How y'all doing? Steve, Renegade Landers with Veterans Ranch. I just wanted to speak for a few minutes on equine-assisted psychotherapy and therapeutic riding. Now, I've been medically retired from the U.S. military since 2013, and I've gone through extensive forms of treatment for post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injury, and some other psychological issues. And I will say that by far the greatest treatment that's out there is equine-assisted psychotherapy. Now, the reason I say that is, as a combat veteran, it's kind of hard for us sometimes, and I'm mainly speaking for myself, but I know many of my brothers and sisters that'll agree with this. It's hard for us to go into a therapeutic setting and really, as we put it, dump our purse in the lap of, the therapist, the counselor, the doctor, whatever, especially if they haven't ever been there, done that. So the difference when working with a horse is, and in the horse community, they'll tell you, it's a known saying that a horse can feel a fly land on its hindquarters, so it can feel everything about you. Now, that's not just talking about when you're riding or doing groundwork. That's talking about your energy, too. Your energy and your emotions. If you're anxious, your horse is going to be anxious. If you're depressed, your horse is going to pick up on that. Horses, by the way, give some of the greatest hugs. If you're angry, disappointed, whatever the emotion is that you're feeling, that horse is going to pick up on it. And it's going to kind of mirror you and respond to you based off of how you're acting. Well, the reason that's so great is because it's hard for us to put into practice some of the things therapists and doctors tell us, on how to approach situations. And we have to do a trial by error with, human beings, which there's a lot more error than there is success on that. Now, with a horse, when you do that, you really learn how to regulate your emotions. Now, I'm not saying you shut them off and you suppress them, because that's completely unhealthy. But what it does is it teaches you to have that emotion and let it run its due course in a healthy way. With equine therapy, you learn how to interact with another living being in a healthy way, no matter what you're feeling. So it teaches you not to suppress your emotions, but to experience them in the correct fashion. And I can't speak for every person that's undergone equine-assisted therapy. It's not for everybody. I will say that, but I will say that 90% of the people that I've seen go through equine-assisted psychotherapy have had astronomical benefits and changes in their life that make them even better of a person than they ever thought they could be. I definitely speak for myself. I attribute a lot of my mental well-being to the fact that I fully subscribe to equine-assisted therapy and therapeutic riding. Now, with that being said about the therapeutic riding is not what you think. You don't have to be an experienced horseman at all. You don't even have to be, this could be your first time on the back of a horse. It really doesn't matter. I'm not the greatest rider in the world. I've been off and on horses my entire life, but I don't ever claim to be a great rider. And that don't matter. You have somebody that's a GALA certified, which basically means they're a horse expert. They work hand in hand with a licensed professional, a licensed mental health professional. And they take care of you. You're not going to get hurt. There's a 99% chance you're not going to get hurt. A horse is a big animal. But it's a very safe environment. You wear a helmet. You're well taken care of. You're around people that know horses in and out. You're with a therapist at the same time, and it's great therapy. So if y'all haven't experienced it, you really ought to. And if you know a veteran that, like me, doesn't like opening up to doctors and counselors and therapists, suggest equine-assisted therapy. And if they have questions, by all means, point them my direction. I'll be more than happy to discuss in depth the benefits that I've personally received. So if you haven't already, hit that donation button. It don't matter if it's a $5 donation or a $5,000 donation. Don't matter if you're trying to sponsor a horse at $50 a month or you're just trying to do $10 a month or $20 a month. Whatever you can do. Every little bit helps, because if you don't know this, horses ain't cheap. They come with costs. If you ain't feeding them, you got a farrier coming. If you ain't got a farrier coming, you got a vet coming. There's always something with a horse. They're basically fuzzy toddlers. They're great therapy, but they ain't cheap. So if you would, shoot us a little bit of a donation. Ain't got to be much, but every little bit helps. So, all right, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day, and go be a blessing in someone's life to be blessed yourself. Renegade out.